Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today in today's episode 79 of Men's Fest Monday. I'm Diamond, aka Diamond Fit Life. Got my brother Ramond on the right, and we got DJ Zenas official. I'm gonna give him his title back, even though he's not really official right now. And today's episode it's gonna be a good one, man. I know most of y'all already on here. Y'all seen this trending on social media, right? Who's gonna win this battle? 100 men versus a full-grown silverback gorilla, right? It's crazy when you go into the comment and seeing people on Facebook just talking about making it seem like how easy it's gonna be like for the 100 men, or vice versa for the gorilla, man. So let's get into it, man. What do you guys think about this entire debate that's been going on social media lately? Like 100
First off,
men
where
versus.
did this debate come from? Can we backtrack the source of this thing,
I'm
man?
not quite sure,
So
to be honest. I
supposedly,
just saying it.
supposedly it started on Twitter like a few years ago,
Oh, really?
and that's where like it originally went viral, and then I guess just recently it went it's gone viral again, essentially.
Man, it's back, man. It's back. I know y'all been seeing it on y'all pages, bro. I was like, this is insane. I seen it on every social media. That's
Right,
from different groups
everywhere,
of people
bro.
and shit. Like, I'm like, what is going on here,
Right,
bro?
right,
Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so let's backtrack it with that. So I guess, you know what I'm saying, like I said, if y'all haven't heard it, there's a debate going around on it. 100 grown
intranet.
men, 100 grown men take on, and let's get the facts straight on here, right?
Right,
100 grown men taking on a, a full-grown silverback gorilla,
right.
but they're bare hands. There's
No
bare
weapon.
hands. There's no weapons. There's nothing near. They can't pull nothing from anywhere. It's just like, if in my mind, I'm guessing like it's just like a big ass gladiator stadium,
Yep.
and then it's a
So
100
you
men
ain't got
on
no
this side.
trees, you can't get no
Ain't no
you can't
hiding
you can't
and
get no rock.
throwing rocks. Yeah, it's on the ground. It's just the solid ground. You're
His
not throwing
own.
sand in his eyes and none of
Oh no,
that.
you
Like,
could
you
use.
know
You,
what
I
I'm saying?
mean, you could use that though. I mean, that's a fight. You could technically use that, and that.
Ain't none, ain't none in this. It's just straight. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, you could use that though. I mean, you could use sand. That's gonna work for you, but that's not a weapon.
You already had that was your plan, huh? You was gonna hit him with the scar, huh? The
Right, but
Mufasa.
right. I mean,
Man, so yeah,
right.
so that's basically the thing. Is that's what we
But
on here to talk about today, man. It's crazy that this where we at with it, man. But sometimes you got to have an episode like this just to
right,
kind of really break shit down, man. Because look, let's get
right.
to it, man.
But
Let's get to it, man.
because
What's your first thought of this, man?
it's insane. Because I believe it depends, right? Because like I was talking to you guys earlier, right? There are two scenarios in my head when I think about this situation. You mentioned that you just pick random 100 men. That to me, that's gonna be like an easy
Let's start
new.
there. Let's start there. No,
Right.
no, no. Let's start there. Let's start
Okay.
there. So, like, we're saying, like, I think Z had brought this up, man. So the first scenario would be this, right? It's like a full-grown silverback gorilla, and then just to make it as fair as possible, just 100 random men, right? Like you said, Z, like pretty much just like if it was like a draft, if it was like a draft for the military, they was just like, yo, randomly, all we know is they're grown men. They're between ages of 25 and 35, maybe. You know what I mean? That's all we know. That we ain't. It's just a random sample. We're picking 100 of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know what the cause is. Y'all just going to battle. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right.
Random 100 men, and then and it's just a full-grown gorilla, a random gorilla. Like it ain't like, you know what I mean? It's just a random one.
It
It's
gotta be
just
a full
a
grown random one though.
full one,
Full
a full
grown.
one,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
full
full
grown,
Right.
grown
full
for
grown.
sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
not no
Dude,
cub,
they
not no
know
cub.
they know random ass gorilla. This all gonna be strong as fuck. Like a random strong ass
Random,
gorilla.
random strongest
What
shit,
if
man.
it's
So
a strong gorilla that don't know his strength and be out there horsing around?
Bro, gorilla is naturally just strong. There's no such thing as a random strong gorilla. They're all strong as fuck.
so on the basics of that, man. I where do y'all stand, man?
Oh,
I could go, but where do y'all stand?
I'm on the gorilla side on this one. Easy money, like 100. Like that's easy. That's not even gonna be a fight. Cause think about it, bro. If you just pick random men, like most men, people never really been in a fight before, right? So imagine fighting like a fucking wild animal, a gorilla. So I feel like that's easy. It's not even gonna be. That's not even close. Because like now you're talking about random. You're not talking about height requirement or weight requirement. You're just speaking like going on based on age. So why if that random person like maybe 135, you think that
One of them's gonna be. One of
For
them's
sure.
gonna be. You know what I mean?
right? So at the end of the day, that's too easy for the gorilla, man. That's gonna be an easy fight, easy win for the gorilla. So on that one, I would say I'm Team Gorilla for sure.
But you're assuming that the gorilla been in some fights. What if he was just been calm his whole life? He ain't really had to get into it like that.
But gorillas are just naturally strong, like they're just naturally just strong as hell, man. So and they're built for that. Like sometimes people never been in a fight, but they're built for fighting. Like one of
Yeah,
those calm, just whenever you trip them, they're just gonna go crazy, right? And especially knowing that those men never, just like the mental capacity too, right? Knowing that they never been in fight, just random men just put them in that situation, bro. The gorilla's gonna demolish them easily. It's gonna be like
yeah.
breakfast. He's not even gonna think about that. He's probably gonna be like using one hand.
Just shit.
Yeah. What about you guys? What do you guys think?
I'm on the other side, man. I'm taking that 100 men, man.
Random
Yeah,
men?
right.
I'm taking
I
that
know
100
you
men,
lying.
man.
Nah, Z
I know
I'm
playing.
you
taking that
horsing
100
around.
men, man.
You
Nah.
you you gorillaing around, bro.
Z playing.
I'm taking that 100 men, man.
100
Being serious?
random
I'm
men?
serious, man.
The random 100.
The random 100, man. I'm taking that
How?
100
Okay, I want to
Let
explain
me
that to
hear it.
me.
Let me hear the logic, brother.
because so 100 men. I'm not arguing or debating that a gorilla wouldn't just like knock off a lot of them,
For
but
sure.
at some point, like if we're talking about life or death, I think about strategy is going to come into play at some point. Like,
Right.
and we talking about all 100 men. Like, if you all attacked him at once, that's probably not the best strategy. At some point, like the gorilla's gonna get tired. Like gorillas aren't built for stamina. Like they're
Right.
not. Like so, like you could tire the gorilla out, and now all of a sudden it's a much like more level playing field at that point. Like when the gorilla's exhausted, there's only so much that you do. You can run around circles, tie it up, and do something, right? All I'm saying is like you gotta have strategy. Like all I'm saying is like you can't just go in there and just expect that like 100. But that's the reason why man has lasted as long as we have because we always find a way. Like regardless of what the obstacle is, men will always conquer whatever the animal is because we just have that extra level of thinking, critical thinking that animals don't. And I'm not saying that a gorilla isn't like just like its sheer strength isn't just like crazy, right? But after a while, like the first 40 get knocked off, the last 60 are gonna be like, all right, we gotta fucking come together and figure this shit out. Otherwise, all of us are getting knocked off, man. So I genuinely believe that like strategy will come down to it, man. I believe it. I'm a pull for my human brothers, man. My
Yeah.
fellow Homo sapiens, man.
But
I'm pulling for the 100 men, man.
what about you, Mom? I see you laughing over there. You're like, these are the
Bruh.
bulls.
Yeah, right. You're fucking right. We said the average pick too. We not even talking. Some of them ain't smart too. Like you know
Right.
what I'm saying.
I get what you're
Some of them
saying,
ain't smart. Some of them ain't
but those
strong.
are
Some of
those are ones you
most
sacrifice,
people
though.
most people would never really be in like he said has ever been in a fight.
Facts.
I seen a video the other day and it was a random gorilla, bro. This motherfucker like grabbed the coconut and like slightly tapped it. I'm talking about he didn't like wasn't like trying to break it open. He was like it just I don't know if y'all ever seen a coconut in real life, bro. This motherfucker and it just opened. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't see a grown man trying to like
Right.
knock into a coconut with multiple like with
Right.
machete and trying to like knock into
Hammer,
it. This
all that
motherfucker
shit. Right.
damn near almost accidentally broke this motherfucker in. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, right, bro. Yeah, right, bro. And then you just think about the sheer way that a gorilla lives.
Right.
You swing like pull ups and shit. the strongest men be like training ourselves to do pull-ups.
Right.
Them niggas pull up for like it's in
They,
just life. Like they
right.
just swinging trees and jumping around and shit. When I think about like when that gorilla got mad for real, I almost think about King Kong, bro. Like fighting the big ass animals and shit. But it's little ass us. He gonna be jumping off people, banging heads together, bro. Using that 135 dude to hit somebody else off. It's gonna be insane. It is going to be insane. And what nobody talks about when they talk about he's eventually getting tired, bro, who's going to be the one to go first?
Yeah, I definitely get that. I
Everybody,
absolutely get that.
everybody on all these statuses is like, if we all jump them at the same time, who's going to be the one running in the dumbest? You
It
got to be the dumbest one to
gotta
go
be the
first.
dumb ones. That's
Right.
But
it.
if you're
That's it.
but if you're the smart, then you saying that there's got to be a smart and strong ones waiting.
Absolutely. Out of
I,
the 100,
I do
out
not,
of the 100, there's got to be somebody.
bro.
One of the 100 is got to be smart.
I feel like the ones that run in there is going to be the ones that's probably the strongest first. So if he knocks off the strongest first, and you
Not necessarily.
got,
Not
bruh,
necessarily.
so
Not necessarily. Because
you think the small ones is going to be running in there
nah,
first?
nah.
You see what I'm saying? Think about that. Who's going to be the first to attack, bro? Probably a bigger one that think he got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, the jock type, I feel like will be the first. The small dude that's like super smart is not going to be number one on the front line, bro. No way. No way. He's going to be in the back of the back trying to, like, you know what I'm saying, be behind the big dude and maybe get a little lick in and bite him or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that the bigger ones are going to be the ones to go first. And then the gorilla's going to have his way with whoever's
Right.
first.
Yeah,
And then
absolutely.
if you talk
I'm
about
not debating that.
as
Like
you move on,
the
bro,
first 20 it's not gonna look good, man. It's not gonna look good,
bro,
man.
the first 100, bro, it's
Yeah.
not gonna look good.
I'm telling you,
And,
bro.
and, and,
I
and we
like
be thinking about, you think that you could just like jump on him like it's like rugby and
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's like 100 people jumping on him, bro. He's gonna be jumping high as fuck, back flipping, kicking off people, jumping off head, bro. Yeah, right. We acting like he's just gonna be just like laid up, bro.
no, I'm
I
not saying
seen
that
this.
at
I seen
all.
this thing that the silverback gorilla is like is stronger than 10 men, like 10 men. So like each blow would be like as strong as 10 men. I didn't seen regular humans knock out someone the same size as them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a fair fight, and somebody gets knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Now we're talking about somebody who's 10 times as strong. All he needs is 10 good punches. Then that's
Look,
100 men's punch.
I
You know
get
what
it.
I'm saying?
I get it. All I'm
You
saying
know
is
what I'm
at some point we gonna start fighting dirty. We gonna be biting. I'm trying to poke his eyes out. Like
Right.
at some point, like you got to realize like there is no fair fight,
Right.
right?
It's a
So
fight.
at that
Yeah.
point, like look, 10 of y'all just like try and grab each one of his limbs, and then we poking it, we gouging out eyes, like all
Right.
that. Like there's no
I
way we
don't.
can fight fair.
I don't think there's no way you gonna fight dirtier than that motherfucker, bro.
Right. I mean,
he's
it's a
gonna
fight,
be
right? There's no rules.
he's gonna be ripping out people's hair,
Right.
snapping heads, using it as a bro. He's gonna have somebody's leg as a fucking
Like, I mean, you can, as a
like,
human, you can do that too, though. That's if somebody got demolished, you can use his legs as a weapon and knock them out too. But my thing, would I agree, is it's random men is just hard. I don't see that happening, right? If you just think like randomly picking 100 men to do that, I don't think, just like they've never been in the type of situation before. Like, so I don't see how that's going to be possible, especially with at that magnitude. Like what Ramond was describing earlier, being a gorilla being that strong, like his one punch is like knocking out 10 men. And you're just talking about like random dudes who just seen their mom basement playing video game who never been in any type of fight, you know?
Thank
So
you,
I don't.
Cass. Thank you.
I don't see. That's what I'm saying earlier. I don't see like random men. But however, like you mentioned a good point, Z. Like humans are smart, so I do believe that they're gonna come up with a game plan. You know, they're gonna come up with a strategy to like, all right, because it's not just gonna be about strength no more, right?
Yeah.
Now you got to do like the mental capacity to like figure it out. So in that scenario, I feel like the human have an advantage, but still, like random men are not gonna cut it. If you say we're gonna pick like 100 trained men specifically for this fight, then I would say, yeah, there's a possibility that the humans are going to win. Then I'm going to be on team human, right? Because now you're picking up all the best fighters, the strongest men in the world. But not just like a random ass dude who work at GameStop who's a geek, 125, 35
Yeah,
pounds,
man.
5'2" to go
But
fight.
you don't know that's what the average man is though. Like all we know is like they're selecting 100 people at random. We don't know who these 100 people
We're talking
are or what they're
about like the
capable
average
of.
people, though. We're talking about like average, right? Because I'm sure if you just pick 100 sample size of men, they're not going to be fighters. I can they're not going to like be good
Absolutely,
Most
fighters.
absolutely.
of
I
them,
agree with
most
what
Most
of
you're
of
them not.
saying.
them, right? So with that scenario, bro, I think the gorilla's going to murder everyone. But if you say we're going to pick team, let's say Team Human going to select our 100 best men, then yes, I would have to agree. We have a chance of winning. Because now we're going to pick like dudes who are like 6'5", 6'8", who knows how to fight, and then we're going to put them in that situation. But you're just talking about like random people, bro, who never been in a fight, who never done anything
Yeah,
hard. The average man is not even fit. You're talking about a gorilla's going to run out of energy. The average person can't even do like a 1 minute fight.
like I said, man. I mean, at the end of the day,
They're
at the
going
end
to
of
be
the day, we
dead.
talked about it earlier. We talked about it earlier. It's not the size of the dog in the fight; it's the size of fighting the dog, man. And that's what we're talking about.
There's a
And
lot of there's a
all
lot
I'm
of
saying
fight in
is,
that gorilla, bro. There's a
I
lot of
know it,
fight in
I
that
know it.
gorilla.
But we saw what happened with David versus Goliath, right? David knew there was no way in hell that he could just pull up to the Goliath and just
Yeah, but
spar with
that's
this brother,
a
right? But like at the end of the day, you figure out you got to strategize. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't just
Man, this
run. You like the thing about human beings, we always have the advantage because we are smarter
I agree.
than our opponent. That's the
I agree.
reason why we
Right.
always win.
Right.
And
this
like I'd be crazy to think that after. I'm not saying that like some people aren't getting knocked off. There's absolutely people who are getting knocked off.
Right.
But after the first half, after the first 50 get knocked off, the other 50 are gonna be like, you know what? We can't end up like them.
Right.
To your point, I'm using other human beings. I'm using like I'm gonna cut up some limbs. I'm gonna use some legs. I'm gonna be trying to take him out with whatever. Like, there's no way I'm just nah, bro. Like I have to believe
Right.
it's the reason why human beings have lasted for so long,
Facts.
and why we've been superior for so long because we're
Facts.
smarter.
I agree to that
Gorillas are
part.
smart, but we are
Yeah, not
smarter, and
that's
that I
not
have
a
to believe that the 100 men as a whole are smarter than that one gorilla.
right, but you talking about like you just talking
and
about random men who never been in a fight, bro. You like I said, if you talking about trained fighters, that's different. You just talking about like a random ass person who never even encountered any types of like obstacles in his life. Then you're gonna put this person against like a fucking monster, like a gorilla, like that weight 100, 430 pounds, has the strength of like 10 human beings. I don't see because even like fear, that like because think about it, right? To be able to fight like
yeah,
mentally, you have to like be strong to even do that. And those random men, to me, I don't think they're built for that. So, and now with that regard, they're gonna quit. Like they're gonna run away.
somebody when he see that first dude's head get knocked off his body, you know what I'm saying?
Cause they're not,
At least 37 of them motherfuckers is
they're not
backing off.
built for
Like, you
that,
know what
bro.
I'm
Like
saying?
just
But they're
do.
not. And there's one thing I had to throw in there just to like, cause Z was hitting on how smart we are. Yes, bro. But in this situation, there, I think we've survived so long is because we've learned how to like change the. We're so smart. We learned how to change the elements around
Right.
us, right? We learned how to like, you know what I mean, create tools and things to like we can shoot an animal bigger than us. We
Okay.
are talking about just our bare hands. Now, how long will we live if it was no tools and shelter and
Right.
just you know what I'm saying? The average man today couldn't just be thrown in the jungle and just survive.
Right.
The gorilla's built for that moment.
Well,
That I do think that we're of course we're gonna be 100 men are gonna be smarter than the gorilla.
right.
Maybe one man might be smarter than the gorilla, but that don't mean nothing
Right.
when he's head on head in a gladiator stadium
Right.
and there ain't no elements there except for just your body. Like that's it. That's it. It changes. I think we're smarter than a lion.
Right.
We can create something to take down a lion. But if we just right there with a lion, it don't matter how if it's 5 of us and you know what I'm saying.
Not even cutting over my like the average man cries when he don't fucking have internet, bro. And you talking about fighting a gorilla? Come on, man. He's talking about people who freaking cry
Come
when they don't
on,
have
man.
internet. Like over Twitter, being mad over Twitter, someone tweet at them and they're being upset. and you picking like a randomized average person to fight a gorilla, bro. Nah,
Oh no.
bro, nah. If you say, like I say, if you say like this is gonna be a strategic pick, we're just gonna pick like the top 100 elite human beings, then I'm like, yes, we that's a possibility. Because there are people who actually been in fights, mentally and physically, right, to be able to withstand those level of like pressure from the gorilla, bro. You're just talking about like a nerd, like even me, like I think I'm strong, but I'm not even built to fight a gorilla. Like I'm gonna like no, no, I'm not like no. So you're talking about like the people who don't. You mentioned earlier. You said gorillas don't have enough strength to like last a long time in a fight,
Oh, I said
bro.
stamina. I didn't say anything
Stamina
about
or
strength.
stamina, right? But most, bro, try to wrestle for a minute and see how hard and tiring that shit is. Like do that shit. Then you
Bro,
talking about like
I'm telling you, like
the average, nah.
human beings have more stamina than gorillas. This is
But
a
you're talking
proven
about like
fact.
the average though. I agree, I agree. But you're talking about like the average, like just an average human,
Yeah.
who, because the average person not even can like even do
We
a whole.
know gorillas are strong, but it's not like gorillas be out here like running miles. It's like, bro, like no, bro. We're talking like the average gorilla isn't gonna have like crazy stamina. Like they can just go for years or days or hours just like in fights, bro. Like that's not how it works.
But it doesn't need
Any
that for
any
like the
any
average person.
any human being, any animal at some point will get tired. If you're taking on 100 people or 100 things, you're not just gonna go there and do it like it's a breeze. At some point, you're gonna have to find like you're gonna have some like you're gonna encounter some kind of friction at some
Yeah,
point. Is all I'm saying. I'm not saying that though nobody's getting knocked off, but at some point that gorilla is going to get tired. I
bro.
assure you.
See,
Incels, like 80, like how many of those 100
see,
motherfuckers gonna be incels? Like even 30 of them. Are
see,
you talking
see, do,
about?
see, do you think you could take on 100 second graders? Do you think you can handle that?
That's
First
nigga
graders
gay.
or something like that? Do you think you're probably 10 times stronger than them, right? Like you know what I'm saying? Do you think you could take on 100 first graders, bro?
How old are they? Like first graders are how old? Like how
I don't
old?
know,
How old
man.
you gotta be in first grade?
I
Like
That's
don't know.
different
six?
though. They're not as smart though. Like my thing is like at some point our intelligence is going to come to our benefit at some point. That's what I'm saying.
What if they was first graders with grown man
That's 6 years
minds?
old. That's 6 years old.
they was they
Nah,
was 6 years old, but with
nah.
grown man minds though.
That's 106 years old winning. That's hilarious. Nah, but I don't know, man. Like, just like random men, bro. Because I think in order for you to win, I agree with you. You need strategy, and human beings are capable of doing all
Mhm.
that. But I'm just talking about like the average person, bro. They've never been in a fight. So like, how can you just pick like random people to go and fight a beast though that is like a killing machine? You know what I'm saying? So like, you talking about like average person could be like an accountant who work, but like on my job, like I wouldn't pick any of those motherfuckers on my job to represent. Like they gonna get murdered because those dudes can't do anything, bro. They just sit behind doing numbers all day. And that's the average person we're talking about,
The
bro.
average.
That's the average, and I would say
There's gonna be
even worse than that. So and
and,
then you think,
and there's gonna be some beasts, and there's gonna be some beasts in that average. But I feel like
barely.
they're gonna be the one that's trying to go first. I promise you, they're gonna be the ones that be
All I'm
trying to
saying
go
is
first,
like
bro.
y'all keep banking this on like this is the most savage gorilla that exists. Not all
We're
like
talking about
some gorillas
silverback,
are
bro.
very docile.
We're talking
Like
about
some
silver.
gorillas are.
No,
At the
we're
end of the
talking,
day, they all yes they all have innate like just
We're talking
they
about the average though, just the average gorilla.
yeah, silverback. Like the
not
grown
all
man.
Average men and average.
yeah. All I'm saying is like you're like the average gorilla. Like I'm not saying that they're not like I don't think the average gorilla is probably a King Kong. Like
No, we're not, if he's not King Kong, gorillas are like
like at the
430
end of the
pound
day, like
max.
the average gorillas are very docile creatures. Actually, like they only like really fight if they have
Right.
to.
They
If
don't have to
they're
fight.
very territorial, right? You know, so like at the end of the day, you can use that. Like at
No.
some point, the gorillas gonna get his. That's what I'm saying. Like I know the gorillas gonna get his at some point, but I genuinely believe our intelligence is gonna kick in at some point.
Yeah, but sometimes intelligence, you need more than just intelligence, bro. Because I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. You need more than that. Strength too matters. Size matters, right? That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Like, you can't just pick 100 average men. It has to be like, if you say that, okay, we're going to like pick 100 trained fighters to go and battle this gorilla, then yeah, we have a chance of winning. But I'm just talking about like the average person, bro. The average person never been in a fight. The average person is not as fit as we think. The average person like mentally is not strong to like withstand those type and see someone just fucking neck rip right in front of them to keep going. The average person is not built like that. So to just pick those type of people and go fight like a beast that's a killing machine,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how they're gonna win, bro. I don't.
Like I said, you gotta fight dirty. At the end of the day, just like I mentioned earlier, and just like Cass is saying, like you have to fight dirty. Like you can't fight something like a gorilla just
Right.
like straight up and expect to. There's no way that's gonna happen. Like, but 100 people, that's a lot of people. Like right, 100. We're talking about 100 men too. Now, granted, there's gonna be there's gonna be some whack ass
Correct.
motherfuckers in that 100. Like some
Most. I feel like
garbage.
A
most of
lot
them
of
are
them.
gonna
We're talking
be
about average, but
most
most
of
people
them,
are
bro.
average, bro. Most of them
Average
are
ones,
going to be average.
bro. I think, man, I can't see like a lot of them like doing really no damage to it. Like a lot of them are not gonna do no damage to it. And the ones I think that would be the ones that would be like overconfident to go first. Like I got
Yeah,
this
but
shit.
Yeah.
And I feel
like
like if
also
he knocks him,
like the thing too is like because gorillas are like usually docile. They're not usually aggressive
We're
initially,
talking
right? Like they're
about an
usually.
aggressive gorilla. We're not talking about like those one like we're talking
But what
about
I'm
this is a
saying is
fight.
like
This is a
if
fight.
you took all the 100 people and backed the gorilla into a corner, the gorilla's going to be scared, right?
you know
Like
what happens
naturally, like the
when people
gorilla's
get
going to be
scared.
scared.
People die.
Now, when he's
People die when
yeah, absolutely.
people get
Absolutely. I'm not saying that no one's going to die. There's going to be people that die,
Casualty
absolutely.
for sure.
But 100 people is very intimidating. Like that's extremely intimidating to anyone, right? To anything, right? Because like you're talking about the sheer number, like the volume of people. That's
Right.
a lot, right? And so even if you approached even 10 men who approached the gorilla's going to be like nervous, right?
Right.
Because like like you're backing me into a corner. I don't know exactly what's going on,
you know
but
what
at
I'm
some point that's what
saying?
gorillas do.
Yeah.
Gorillas are like, all right, I'm gonna size you up, right? That's what gorillas
Mhm.
do. And all I'm saying is, you gotta let the first 40 just get knocked off. They gonna get knocked off like at some point. Like you gotta strategize, but I believe men are gonna win.
Who's gonna be the first 40
It
though?
don't.
Think about that. Like, man, and maybe the dumb strong ones. Like you gotta understand, it's not gonna be all
Mm-mm,
smart strong ones,
mm-mm.
humans.
When you strategize, you don't ever let your like biggest, strongest, dumbest people go first. You got to hold on to at least a
This
couple of them.
for the smart ones that's not strong is gonna be like, I'm not going in there first. I feel like the regular humans is gonna be like, bro, you take them. I'm not. What you mean, bro?
I
You
feel
twice
you.
my size.
I honestly
You
think,
know what I'm
like
saying?
realistically, I think less than half would really band together and really strategize. I really do.
So,
But I think, like I said, I
and
think
that's why I
I
think
think
it's really
honestly,
like
like
50 versus.
I think it would come down to being like 40 or 50 versus the gorilla, and that's where shit's really going to start to get real at that point.
Right. Even like
Because these are the
40.
people. These are the people who are absolutely like, at this point. I know like it's life or death,
right.
right? Like I got nothing to lose at this point. Like I'm either dying or like it's
Right.
either us walking out of this arena or this
Right.
gorilla.
That's
Like
fact.
one
Yeah,
of
you
the two.
can't leave. No, I
And I
agree.
think
Yeah.
the last of the people, like the last 40, whatever the number is, they're gonna be like, look, y'all, we got to figure this shit out because
Right.
it's either us or this motherfucker, and we got
Right.
numbers. We got
Right.
37 of us and one of him. We can fucking figure something out. We got
Right.
Bro,
fucking 63 bodies laying around. We can figure something out.
you saying it like there's a halftime speech, bro. Like these
right.
gonna chill out for a minute. Like, all right,
Because they're
man,
gonna be
fellas,
tired.
we were down in the
The
first.
gorilla's
We were
not going to
down
be
in the first.
antagonized just to antagonize. Like that's not how gorillas work. Gorillas don't just go up to people and like go to start fight. That's not how gorillas work.
Right. Well, but this is a hypothetical
That's not how people
situation.
work either, though. But this is
Right.
like a situation, right?
Right.
That's not how
Hypothetical
people don't usually
situation.
do that.
Right.
Yeah.
The
It's
average
like
human doesn't just go, you
right
know what I'm
looking for a
saying?
fight,
Start a
but
fight. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
you made valid points, Ozzy. I agree. I see that with like I know that after humans are smart, man. Don't get me wrong. They're smart. They're gonna figure out a strategy to like cooperate and help themselves put themselves in a position to win. But my thing is, man, we talking about like the average human who never been in a fight their entire lifetime.
Hmm.
That's that people we're talking about. So to me, that just puts the gorilla in a position to succeed. If you're talking about like Navy SEALs, people who've been to battle, who killed all these people, then you're like, yes, we have a chance. But you're talking about like random average people, bro, who are not fit, who never been in a fight. Like, even though like there are strategies and stuff to come up with, but I just think that the gorilla just have a superior advantage in that situation with just the average person, man. Even though like 100 people might be a lot, but the fact that the average people don't know how to fight, never been in a fight, the gorilla just gonna like knock people out easily, bro. And then the average people, they're not even built like mentally and see like 10 people get knocked out. Now fear kicks in. Because if you're a fighter, if you see someone knocked out, you're like, oh shit, let me, get back into the grind more and locked in, right? To be able to overcome that. But to me, like the average person is not capable of doing all that. I'm talking about like, so I don't know, man. I think just, I can see, because with numbers, strength in numbers, like, human beings are smart. We can like figure it out. But to me, the average person is going to be it's going to be hard for the average 100
Yeah,
man. I don't know.
a long or
Yeah,
short day for them
yeah,
for the country,
yeah.
bro.
But
It's
but
gonna be. It's
yeah,
gonna be.
it's
I
hard,
know.
man.
When I seen, I was kind of in my mind. I never really thought it was possible, but when I seen this gorilla, like I gotta show y'all the video, bro. He wasn't even trying. Like he was like, and just opened this coconut, like not mad or nothing at all. Like just like
He's the
almost like you knocking on the door, kind of like a
right,
and it just opened the coconut. And I was just like, bruh, that's like a nice tap. We talking about a mad gorilla. He will be. There's gonna be certain people he's knocking off in one punch.
right.
Like, oh,
Three,
you
four
know what I'm
people,
saying?
like 3 or 4. But we're talking about the average
10
people.
times. Yeah, like I said. There's some people in the world, and y'all know there's some people in the world that probably could take on 10
Right,
humans.
Mhm.
Y'all done seen the Jet Li
right,
movies and Jackie Chan and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's some people that could take on 15 of us, bro.
right, right.
Now we talking about 10 times the strength of one man. If he could take off 15 as one man, then maybe he could take on 150. You see
I
what I'm saying? 10
mean,
times strong, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it
Yeah, but
depends though, right? So like that's true. Like I said, the size matters, right? If you're talking about like Shaq, LeBron, for instance, in Ghana, like Jim, what's he called? What's the name? John Jones. Yeah, they have a better chance because they're big, they're strong, right? But you talk about like the average random person that you just pick from Walmart who's just going grocery shopping, like the average accountant who never been in a fight before, the average like I don't know, man. It's just so easy for the gorilla. I don't know. It's just easy. But if you say like trained fighters, like Team Human pick like our fighters, we're gonna pick 100 men to represent us to fight. I'm Team Human in that situation. I was like, then we have a
Yeah.
chance because you have all the badasses here to fight. So, but not just the average, bro. Because I'm looking outside my window, bro. I'm seeing people walking by. Like any of those motherfuckers will get. Any of them, they're gonna be dead. Like,
I never said
and
there weren't gonna be people who are
and,
dying.
and
There's gonna be
like I
a
said, I
lot of
don't
people
even
who
know.
die. Absolutely.
Cass said you grab his nuts and poke him in the
You
eye.
grab the
He
nuts, it's
went.
a wrap. It's a wrap. It is a wrap.
Who's gonna be grabbing, doing the grabbing, bro? Like we thinking we gonna be that close to that and be able to do that. That's a good plan in theory until he's kicking your head in while you get close. Like, you know what I'm saying? Until he's booting your head off your shoulders when you
Yeah.
try to reach in. You know what I'm saying? And we talk about a human knee. Imagine a gorilla knee, bro. A
Right.
gorilla elbow. He could
I
probably
get it.
throw like 5 people off of him at the same
Right.
time, like 10 times the strength of a man. Like if we could throw one person off us, he can throw 10. You know what I'm saying?
Cass said he grabbing nuts.
You
so,
know what I'm saying? And
so,
to be honest, like I said, I don't even know if I'm team human, even if we select, because that means the gorillas have to select their guy
oh
too.
yeah, that's
Like, you
fine.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
I
yo,
mean, in that
that's the
scenario
one that
though,
ain't never been.
right.
He's never been tested. He since a kid he been knocked. He the Mike Tyson of.
Right. I mean, even with that scenario though, with that scenario, I'm gonna pick the humans. Right, train 100 trained men that weigh a certain amount. Then yeah, they have a chance. But like just the average Joe, random, I don't see that happening. Because I'm like, I don't
I
see
think we got a chance. We got a chance in that case.
right in that chance we
But like,
we gonna win it. Because I believe that because we have
I
all these
still don't
fighter
think we
kids,
can.
Bro,
bro. Uh
not even a chance, bro. We're talking about 100 trained men.
Oh
who
yeah, I
like
think with that,
know how to like fight and kill people. Like
We
yeah,
talking about
then we will win.
the coldest gorilla of all
I get
time.
it, but
Like
we're talking about like
he's
Right,
what they all understand too
500.
is like they all understand strategy too, though.
right,
Like that's the thing
correct,
is like
right.
it's anyone who knows, especially like how to like win a fight in anything. You have to strategize. That's the
Hmm.
only way that you win. You don't just go in blindly swinging and win.
Right,
Sometimes you do. That's
When
that.
right,
You can get
are we
lucky, right?
making this strategy? I think we're talking about like what we. I don't know if the scenarios like we got like a week to sit down and
yeah,
that
Nah.
we talking about. They just 101 go. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like with a lot of time to be figuring it
Do you
out.
think? Do
Like
you
you know
think
what I'm
the
saying?
gorilla's just gonna attack though?
I mean, we talking
You,
about if not, I don't think the men would like. But if the men started to,
right,
he'd get
yeah,
active.
absolutely,
right,
Like you said,
absolutely.
I don't.
But
That's what I'm saying. Like the average won't. The average won't just attack. But if it
exactly,
was kind of like it was
right,
on, like if it was on, you know what I mean? It would be on.
yeah,
Like you know what I'm saying? As soon as you know what I'm saying, like 5 people run up on a gorilla, he might start
right,
take the 5 out and start moving on. You know what I'm saying?
it's possible. I'm not saying it's
Yeah,
not. Absolutely.
yeah.
I do think I genuinely believe strategy is gonna come down to it
right,
at some point.
right. Humans are
Like I said,
smart, right,
the first 50, they out of there, man. Like I don't know exactly what that looks like. I don't know who that looks like, but the first 50 is it's a wrap,
right,
man. I'm like, man, I hope y'all resting well, man. You know,
right.
but the next 50. I genuinely believe it, man. Human beings, we're smart, man. We've made it this far for a reason. We always do. We always figure out a way to make it happen.
So you think 100 of you can take down a gorilla?
100
100 Zenas?
me?
Yeah.
I think 100 of me are smart enough to take down a gorilla. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely,
And we got 50 Z and 50 casting to take on a gorilla.
And to be
absolutely.
fair, that's not even the average man.
Right.
You're even stronger than the
That's
average
what I'm saying.
man.
That's
Like
what
you know what
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying?
Right,
You're probably
right,
stronger and smarter than the average man. To
right,
be honest, you know what I mean? That's not even a real. You know what
right,
I mean?
But
You're taking. We're taking
we also just said a random selection though.
right.
Like
for
we
sure.
just talked
It
about
would
a
be
hundred
some of
random
y'all.
men
Right.
Right, right,
and a random gorilla.
so maybe 5
Someone like
C's.
myself could be randomly selected in that though. Is what I'm
You
saying.
could
Right.
be one of
Right.
you, not
Yeah,
100 of
Right.
y'all.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely,
Right.
absolutely.
It'd be one of y'all. It'd be Simon from accounting.
Cass said 50 Z and 50 class. We gave the devil
We getting the
nothing, man.
dub, baby. We getting the dub, man. We getting the
Which one of
dub.
y'all going first? Which one of y'all going first?
Shit, the other 20 of us. I'll be like, man, hey y'all know what time it is, man.
Nah, I feel like I don't know average 100 average men. Nah, but if you say like we say going back to if you picked 100 trained fighters and killers for sure who been in this type of situation before combat sports and all that, I would say yeah, Team Human have a chance. I think I can see that the possibility of us succeeding. But if you're just going off with just random like 100 men,
We
nah,
we
bro, I don't.
we have clothing on, right?
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Yeah, yeah, you're not gonna
No,
fight
I mean, no,
naked.
if you're gonna be using, I mean, if not, if you use it though,
I mean, no,
that's a cheat
I
But
code.
mean you
all I'm
could.
saying is like
It's a fight. You could.
we got
Nah,
something.
Right.
Like
you got some draws. You got some draws on, bro. That's what y'all got. Yeah, everybody got a pair of draws.
But
That's what you got. Not even, bro. Y'all, nah. Matter of fact, nah, you ain't got nothing.
nah, I feel like even with clothes on, still they're gonna lose. Even I would give them
But they
clothes.
be trying to, I don't know, they be trying to add in belts and
I would give
little.
them clothes. Even clothes on, the 100 random men would lose. Clothes on, the 100 random men will still lose.
Wait,
I'm gonna give them clothes and
because
shoes.
wait till the gorillas start taking the clothes and off, wrapping it.
Right. I would give them clothes. I would give them clothes.
And
They're
we
still
talk,
gonna lose.
and everybody that says the smart thing be talking like gorillas are like dumb. They're probably like one of the
I'm never
smarter
done.
animals. That motherfucker gonna be smart too. Wait till you know what
No,
I'm
but
saying?
no,
Yeah,
I mean, when it comes to like intellect, humans gonna win, right? Because the gorilla is not as
for
smart as us.
sure. Like if
Because
we take a SAT test,
no,
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
bro.
like even during the fight though, like even during the fight, if we like I said, if we select 100 trained fighters, then yeah, we're gonna win because they're like I said, they can like come up with a strategy and figure it out, right? Because they've been in this type of situation before. But I can just see like 100 random ass men, bro, who never fought before, like and just because the fight, man. you got to be in a whole different mindset to be able to battle a gorilla, right? Because like think about it, like now you got to think about fear. Fear is out of the window, and most people are not built that way. The average person is not built that way. So in my mind, it's like going against a gorilla. You just gonna like, but he will slap you one time. You gonna shit your pants. Like you're not gonna do anything. Like
Right.
you're not gonna be able to do anything. Even though like yeah, we have 100 men, but the fact that none of them been in combat or less combat skills, they're gonna lose all day. The gorilla just gonna have a field day, bro.
Field day.
Like I said, it'll come down to fight or flight, and it's going to be split down the middle, 50-50. I'm sure there's probably going to be 50 people who flee, 50 people who
I
fight.
mean, even
Then for
I'll
them
give
people that
them. Let's say if none of them run away, right? I can get if they all fight together, they're still gonna lose 100 men. Let's say, all right, they're all like, all right, we're not gonna run away. They're still gonna lose. We think about like random men, they're still gonna lose,
I don't
even if they
believe it,
work
man.
together.
I don't believe it, man.
How many?
I believe it. I
How
believe in
many?
human
Okay.
beings.
How many random men do you think a trained fighter can knock off? A lot,
100 of them.
right?
A trained fighter,
Yeah.
like for instance in Ghana, how
How
many
many
random
random
men?
men could he knock off?
probably
Like,
like 15 to 20.
For sure. And now we're talking 10 times the strength of a man. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no way. There's no way we thinking that a random
right.
man is going to
And
be able
we're
to take
not
that.
talking about
Like I
like
said,
height, weight, or anything like that. The random man could be
Like
5'2",
I said, we're
110
we're
pounds.
talking about we're talking about fighting
random
dirty
select,
too though. Like
he's going to be
if 100 men, if like 10 men jumped at Francis Ngannou, he's definitely knocking off
It
I'm
depends on
talking
the
about if 10
man
men
too,
went in,
though.
10 average men went in and was just like, we're gonna kill this motherfucker, right? Like it's him or us, right? I think the
yeah.
10 men stand a chance if they all attack him at the same
Right.
time and fight dirty. I
But it
absolutely
depends on the
believe there's a
men.
chance.
It depends on the
I
size
believe
of
there's
the
a
men
chance.
too.
Now
It
we're
depends on
talking
the
about
size.
multiplying that by 10. Now there's 100 men. Like
Right. But it
we
depends on the
understand
size
that.
though. Don't you think the size matter? Like 10 of you, that's different, right? Like but like 10 little ass, no, it depends on the size and the weight of the men.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
if you so that's
I
what I'm
agree.
saying. So if you just have 10, 135 pounds men, they're not doing nothing to Francis, bro. You're gonna knock them out. But if you're talking about 6'5", 6'8", Shaq, yeah, obviously the men gonna win. Because they're big, size. That's where you have weight class, right? In boxing, all that stuff, right? Like the Mayweather not going to ring with Mike Tyson. Like he's not doing that
Yeah,
because
I
weight
agree.
class matters. So the men has to be a certain weight in order for them to stand a chance. So my thing is now you're just picking up random men. There's a possibility that some of those random 100 men they're gonna weigh way less than the average male. The height gonna be way less than the average male because you're just randomly selecting, right? So with that situation, the gorilla have an easy fight because now you're gonna have dudes who weigh 135 pounds, 140 pounds, who never been in a fight before, played World of Warcraft all day trying to fight a gorilla.
Let me read y'all this stat real quick, man. The average height for men worldwide is 5'7". The average weight for men worldwide is 136 pounds. That's average. This is average, bro. This is
But
Barbecue
the
we're
average.
not
chicken,
talking about 100
but
average men though.
We're talking about random.
that's
So
We're
it's
talking
the
about random.
average is
Yeah,
random.
most
it
people
could
are
be
average.
variation.
There
But
there could be a random selection where it's all trained fighters, right?
But
That's
there's gonna be no,
possible.
but there's gonna be more because if you look at the average, it's more because more people are average, and
Yeah,
because there are very few people who are in the like certain level of like elite class. So majority of the people that Ramond mentioned, that's gonna be like the 5'7", 5'3", 135 pounds men. They're gonna fight the gorilla.
and and the average silverback weighs 430
C-
pounds
correct.
and stands 5 feet tall.
Oh,
Right, but still strong as
Yeah,
fuck.
I never said he wasn't
what
strong.
5 feet
30?
or 6 inch.
These boys,
I mean 6 inches
boys is
tall.
130, bro.
You
These
said
boys
what?
these boys is 130.
Yeah, I get it. I
These
get it.
boys is
I absolutely
130,
get it.
bro.
But we
I
talk about a
was
hundred. We talking
130.
about 100
I was 130 my freshman year at high school, bro.
we talking about 100 men. Like that. That's a lot of people. Like that. That is a lot. That's a lot of
Wow.
people, fam. Like that's like it's y'all making it sound like it's just gonna be this walk in the park for the gorilla, man.
It's
That's a
not gonna
Nah,
be
hundred men.
though.
nah,
Right.
it won't be. It won't be. He's gonna be tired of shit, but he's gonna be,
That's
you
what
know
I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying, at the
And
end of
when he gets tired, that's when you really can use that to your advantage. That's where you
Right.
get the eyes. That's where you get the
Right.
nuts. Like at some point,
Right.
that
I mean,
motherfucker is gonna get tired.
so Kel's question, Kel's, what I'm saying, like 100 trained fighters can take down a gorilla. I agree to that. But Z was saying, we was talking about like just 100 average randomly picked men, average 100 men, average men are not built to take down a gorilla. But if we, let's say, if a team human against a gorilla, if we pick our 100 top men, we have a chance. Because now we're going to pick the elite fighters that are going to weigh a certain amount to fight the gorillas. But if we just randomly picking up 100 men, those men, most of them, like, you talking about the accounting bros, bro. You talking about like the finance bros, people who never been in this type of situation before, never been in a fight, not in great shape, don't have stamina to even like wrestle for a minute or two. Then you pick those men to fight a gorilla, bro. They're
What
gonna lose. Like how you?
what if the gorilla's never been in a
But
fight?
gorillas are built for fight, though. They
I
all
get it.
fight.
I
They,
like
that's who they
I
are.
get
Like a
it. I
lion,
get
that's
what
who
you're
they
saying.
are.
Like, and they have instincts. They have instincts, right? Like they have instincts, but men have instincts too, though. Is what I'm saying.
Kel said, how many average men?
so
I would say
Kels question.
I would say 150 to 200 average men have a chance. Not 100. 100 is not enough. I would say 150 to 200 average men at least to take down one gorilla. Average men has to be at least double that 200 average men for
Yeah,
sure.
I think I'm agree.
Yeah,
I'm agree
200
somewhere in
average
that
men,
pocket.
but not
Somewhere in
100.
that pocket.
100 is
100,
not
100
enough.
to me is it's not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah, one,
You know what I'm saying? Like
if we're talking about
100
average
ain't
men
enough.
who never been in a fight before, who don't have like enough like endurance to even wrestle. Bro, wrestling is hard. Like I tried wrestling my brother for like a minute. I was exhausted, and I'm so, and I worked out every day, bro. So imagine like the
And that's what
average
I'm saying.
person.
Like the gorilla, like knocking off 10 people, he'll knock off the 10, but
Easy
that
money for
motherfucker gonna
him.
get
Easy
exhausted,
money
bro. And
for
because
him.
we have more stamina than gorillas do. Like gorillas are strong. They're absolutely, we're not debating their strength, but
So how
gorillas
much?
do not have stamina.
So okay, so we went up. Y'all go down there. And I see Cash just did it. Average, how many? Then how many? So you said 100 can do it. What's the lowest you think they can do it
Cats
to?
at
We said
50.
we
Cats at 50 can
Cash
get the
said
job
50.
done. Nah, you tripping, bro.
Hey, big,
Yeah.
big tripping, big tripping. And beat. But
Nah.
what you think? See, if you think 100 can take them, what's the lowest number that you think could still take them?
Average?
Yeah, yeah.
Probably 99. 99.99999. Ah man,
What
I don't see. I
you think,
just
Kels? That was a good question, Kels. What you think? How many you think?
I I think I think it probably take like 60, 70 minimum.
nah. 15 straight man, eyes and nut, bro. Nah, Cats. 50 men, nah. 50, nah. 50 is not getting the job done.
50,
That's too easy.
50's insane, bro.
That's 50
I
men,
think
nah.
there's some men in the world that could take on 50 men.
Ooh, really?
No,
You don't think
Nah, I don't think.
you think no man in the world could take on 50 men?
no,
I don't
Average
bro.
men?
think.
Average? We talking about 130,
50,
135,
nah.
5,
Yeah,
50
5,
men,
6.
yeah.
bro.
You don't think
I don't see that.
nobody? You don't think there's one person in the world that
I
could do
mean,
that?
Yeah,
you're
I
for
don't think
sure
so.
knocking off. He's for sure knocking off 10, but
Yeah,
like
50 men to
we're
kill,
talking about
nah.
sheer numbers,
Yeah,
bro. Like if we all attack this man at once,
yeah,
yes, absolutely, some of us are
yeah.
getting knocked the fuck out, bro.
Right.
But
I think there's.
I
We're talking
assure
about
you,
average men now.
You're right.
bro,
No, I
there's
don't think so,
no
though.
way
Yeah.
anybody's taking off
You don't
50
think
men.
nobody in the world can take out 50?
There's probably like
Nah,
Average.
there's
no, I
probably
don't think
two
so.
percent of like human beings who
Right.
probably do that.
That's what I'm saying. Are you saying nobody? I'm saying I don't think like a lot of people.
Yeah, but
I'm
I
just
don't
saying I
think it's
think there's
possible.
some.
I'll have to
You don't
put
think
my
nobody in
money.
the world could
And
do that?
maybe even
Yeah,
then, like not
yeah.
like bare
Life or
hands.
death situation. Nah,
Like
I'll
nah,
take the
bro.
50
Like
men. Yeah.
maybe if they had like a weapon or something, like a knife or something, maybe. But like
Yeah,
if we're talking about if 10 of us just jump this
yeah.
motherfucker at the same time, somebody's gonna get a licking, somebody's gonna get the eye, somebody's gonna get the nuts. Like I assure you, like somebody's gonna get something where this motherfucker's gonna feel that.
So let's say even if there was 130 pounds, right? 130 times 50, that's like 6,500 pounds of force. So I don't think like the average man can beat 50 random men. I don't think that's possible.
No, not average man, bro. I'm talking about. I just think there are some men in the world that
Right.
probably
Even the
could.
strongest man, I don't think he can beat up
I think the
50.
strong.
I don't think he
We
can
we
beat
have
up
to
50 average men because
we
like
have to agree to disagree on this
because
one. Yeah,
if he just do this, because the average strongest man is not gonna be like 300 pounds or 500 pounds. Because you're talking about 6,500 pounds of muscle of human beings.
we're not talking about just straight like a random person too. We're talking about like you said, the 1%
Right.
that's like trained on fighting, breaking necks, knows the pressure
Wait,
points,
you
all
said
this shit.
100
No,
trained men?
no. One
No,
trained
no, no.
man, not beat it.
Just like
Oh,
we talking about the one that's trained on like everything though,
Yeah.
jujitsu, all the things, pressure points.
Yeah.
He
I
knows.
don't
You
know.
know what I'm saying?
and
I
you're
don't
saying
think.
he could take on 50 men?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Nah,
Average
bro.
man. I got that.
I
Nah.
don't. So, you talking about 6,500 pounds, but if they all commit to fight life or death situation and biting, nah, because I don't think he would be able to do
So okay, so
that.
the best fighter in the how many men can he take on
I would
then?
say 10 to like 20 max, average man.
Yeah, like I said, I think Francis
Yeah, 10
Ngannou
to
could maybe
20
take
max.
out like 15 to 20. But even then,
It's
like
still
we're talking
hard.
about, I'm talking about like one on one, right? You know,
Right,
like at some point, like if we all attack at the same time, this
right.
motherfucker's
Yeah,
gonna get tired,
yeah,
bro.
he's not
Like
going to win. Yeah,
you're just
yeah,
gonna
he's not
get
going to
because you're
win.
not gonna knock everybody out in one punch or whatever the
Fact,
case may be, bro.
fact.
Like you're like if you're getting you're literally being like taken on from every angle.
No, I agree. It's hard. Even like 10 men, it's even hard, bro, because they all like commit. We're talking about life or death situation here. You know, so those 20 men are not going away. They either live or die. So at the end of the day, they're going to do whatever it takes,
Yeah.
bro. So
Like that's the thing.
I don't know.
It's like when at some point you realize you're going to die
Right,
or live. Like that's
right,
it. Like
right,
at that point you just realize like, look, we only got two. We got two options: we live or we die.
right.
Right. And at some point of those 50 men, at least half of them are gonna be like, fuck it, we just all in. We all in at this point.
Because I mean, like, it's like let's say me, you, Z, Kels, and Kaz right now, right? If we think Francis just gonna come in life or death situation, no weapon, and kill us all with his bare hands.
Nah,
Nah,
nah.
bro. So imagine like 50 men, bro. So nah, I don't see that happening. Because we gonna figure it out. We gonna be smart. We're not just gonna like fucking stand there and get knocked out. We gonna
Maybe
like,
that
bro, we got
maybe 50 was ambitious, but I think he could take on 35.
35 is still hard. 35
That's
now.
crazy, bro.
All right, but let's get back to the issue at hand, man. So
How
let
are
me
the
see.
gorillas gonna
What's
do a handle a purple nurple? It's over. What the heck is a purple nurple cast? What is that? Look at
Nipple
this
twister.
shit. Some
that
gladiator
titty twist?
game.
That's crazy.
30 kids with a gorilla knee gonna do him. I mean, it's gonna be a good fight. But like 30, like yeah, 100 random men. Ah man, a gorilla. Ah
Y'all,
damn.
y'all can stick out. Look, we can agree to disagree, man.
I
I'm
think
human beings, man. We've survived this long for a reason. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it, man.
That, that's
I
true though. I mean, I'm saying
believe
that,
it.
right? But I'm just saying like I'm a little bit leaning towards Team Human on the average side, but it just seems like the average, just knowing like the average men, bro. They're not built to like fight. They've never been in a fight. We're just talking about like randomly just picking people, like the average men. And you're talking about like weight, height, all those things matter, right? Fighting, combat skills, all those things are important. So if you're just looking at the average man to just fight like a silverback gorilla that weigh 430 pounds, has the strength of 10 men, the average man to take him down, they go, bro, one hit, most of them just gonna like run away in terror and like cry. You know, we're talking about like the average man over here, man. So I'm Team Human, but not with the average side. If we're going with like the trained fighters, then I would pick Human. Even still, it's gonna be hard too for them.
if we go trained, I probably switch too.
Yeah,
But
but it's still gonna be a hard fight.
I mean, I still think it's a long day for 70 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Mhm.
think it's still like even trained them. I think 60, 70 of them is still it's gonna be bad news for them,
Oh
bro.
yeah, it will be. But at least they're built to fight. Guys are like nuts.
Nuts and eyes, baby. Nuts and eyes.
Oh my god, nah. I don't know, man. That's a good one, bro. But I don't know, man. Average. I don't see that happening, Z. Because they're gonna get murked, bro. The gorillas gonna
Five
be having a
seven one
field day.
thirty, bro. 5'7", 130.
That's what I'm saying.
Think about that,
And
bro.
not even know how to fight. Because if you know, because there are dudes who are 5'7",
Right.
130, they're great fighters. They know how to fight. They've been in sport. Like Mayweather, you know what I'm saying? Like all those people, like they know how to fight. But we're talking about like the average person who not even fit.
Watch his net. They watched every Netflix show.
They don't.
Play
They just
games.
play
Drink
games.
beer. You know what I'm saying? Like this is.
They ain't going to fight. I don't, I don't know, man. I don't see how we're gonna win. But if let's say we are humans pick their top 100 fighters against this silverback gorilla, then yeah, we're gonna win because we're gonna pick all the big ass motherfuckers, like dudes who are like 250 pounds. Like you go to fight.
All right. So then let's run this real quick. So we all agree on the trained, of course. How many trained ones will it take to like we're picking the best of us, and then they're picking the best, the absolute best gorilla of all time. Like he whooped everybody that even stood a little chance.
Right,
He be jumping off. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
right. No, I would say 100 still. 100 will still kill it. No, what?
DG said the hard R100.
For real, bro. Gorilla, for real, bro. That's how I'm focusing on that, bro.
That's
For
Boy,
not my
gorilla.
gorilla.
That boy,
real.
gorilla.
For
Yeah,
real.
that's
No,
crazy.
that's how I feel. I would still pick the 100 men.
Hell
You
yeah.
said, I mean, how was the lowest? The lowest.
The lowest, I'll probably say about 80, bro. 80 train
80
men.
trained against the
Yeah.
coldest
Gorilla. Yeah,
gorilla
for
of all
sure.
time.
Yeah, gorilla. Let me say it like Kels like said, gorilla. 100
Nah,
train men.
I think I say 50. I think like
50?
50.
Damn, that's too low,
Coldest
Z.
gorilla of all time.
But we're talking about like the most trained, like most well trained men too, though. Like I said, I'll always be on the side of strategy. Like
Correct.
there's no way like the 50 trained men are just gonna go in there and be like, all right, like we'll figure it out. Nah, bro. Like they're trained for a reason. The gorilla's
He's
just
cold.
he's a cold motherfucker. He's a bad motherfucker.
Motherfucker. He's a cold
And he's super
motherfucker.
bad. I never said he wasn't super bad.
All right, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. How many women y'all think gonna take down a gorilla then?
Hey, what's the name? Casting got to answer first, man, because we talked about
Hey, how many women y'all
he had me on the
think?
nuts and eyes. But how many women, man?
How many women y'all
I'm
think
not
gonna take
answering.
down? Like
I'm
how
not
many
answering
women
this
y'all
one.
think gonna
If I
take
don't think
down?
100
How
men
many
can take
Yeah,
it.
women?
Yeah.
take down
Uh,
silverback gorilla.
about 500.
500?
Oh, man.
About 500 is how it would take. How many?
Cassie said zero. Get out of here. So you see 500 women gonna do to get the job done, Z?
That was me just joking. I really don't. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this answer
so
alone, man.
so if we
Shout.
pick our top best female fighters ever, you think 500 of them can take down like a gorilla? You talking about like WNBA players though, because we gonna pick the 500 women. We picking them, right? So I got Brittany Griner.
That's
So you think 500 of Brittany Griner can take? I think 200 of Brittany Griner can take down a gorilla, bro. I think 200, 300. But that's what he said. No, he said 200 NBA players. What do you got?
Well, we said 200 average men too, right?
No, if we're talking about the women,
Y'all,
we have to be like the top
y'all said 200 average man.
impressions.
But now that means that how many women you think then? I'm saying if I think it's 200 average men, then it's got to be more women than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Average women, I'll
But
probably
if you think 50, 60 men can knock off the gorilla, then how many women you
50
think?
trained men, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I
Nah,
think
but
50
you said
trained men.
regular man, what you say, 60, 70?
No,
no. You said 100
no, I said
regular average men.
100, bro.
Yeah,
Nah,
I
but
100.
never.
I said what's the lowest? I thought you said like 70.
Oh yeah. I think like that would be the lowest. Like that's really ambitious though.
Cool. You guys said 200 Caston said 200 WNBA players are gonna get the job done. What do you guys think?
If it's strong, I mean, man, yeah, we talking about strong, like very strong women are stronger than average men.
Right.
So I'm taking if it's very strong women, then I'm taking
Right.
200
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
I like to that point though. I'm just thinking about like stature, like the size
Well, we're talking about NBA
difference.
players. There be NBA players. They're all over 6 feet, at least like 5'11", 6 feet, like 200 of them. Like Brittany Griner, Brittany Griner, whatever her name is. 200 of Brittany Griner to represent the women population. 200 of them to take down
Look,
Gorilla. You think that's possible?
I'm telling everybody go in there and fight as dirty as you bite. I'm talking about Mike Tyson bite some ears off, bite whatever you can. Like if you can get a hold of something, fucking try and rip something off. Like whatever it is, man. It's just yeah. I don't know, man.
But but with the average woman, you think like 500 or what's your number? If we just going average.
What's your number, man?
I'm the one who asked the question.
Ramon ain't answered the question.
What's your number of the average women?
I
I
think it's
mean,
gonna take like 200 average men. Then, bro,
we'll say women, not
average
men.
women, average too.
Yeah, average women. Yeah, average
Bro,
women. How
this is
many?
wild. This is wild. Like 400 or something. That's crazy.
400.
Yeah, bro.
What's your number, Z?
Average, bro. I mean, this is crazy. Average, like that's crazy. That's crazy.
It's because I think
I mean, look, pull up the size
like
of the average
granted
woman.
granted like life or death becomes a thing, right? But like I feel like women typically, not always,
Right,
they don't have the same switch that men do, right?
right,
I feel like women typically lack that,
right.
especially in those life or death situations. So that's why I think it would, bruh.
Give me a number. How many? How many are we talking about? Ramon said 400.
Average woman is 5'3" too. Just if y'all
Yeah.
was wondering.
I'm gonna say, damn. I'm gonna damn. I'm gonna say Mamaku. I don't know. I don't know. Ah man.
You give a number. How many you think?
Damn. Average women.
Yeah.
Whoo-wee.
1,000.
Nah, not that much.
Really? That's pretty much what I was thinking.
You pop in while he thinks about it, man. What you
That's
you
what
said? Really?
I was probably thinking about
A
800 to
thousand,
1,000. Yeah. Average woman. Yeah.
That's
thousand
So,
women
crazy.
yeah.
to
Take
take one
down.
That's crazy.
gorilla,
Yeah.
bro. That's
Wow, bro.
fucking
You
nuts.
are insane.
That
Yeah,
is nuts.
you were insane, brother. We just found out something
That's
about you, man.
crazy.
A silverback, 1,000.
1,000, bro. You crazy.
Thousand,
Average.
1,000,
Yeah, to take down silverback.
bro.
1,000.
No, bro.
All right,
That's crazy.
all right, 600.
I
There you
think
go, 600.
I think I'm gonna stick to my original number, 500, man.
Six,
I
six,
think I'm gonna stick to
six,
my original number.
700, 750.
That's
like a good credit score, 800 credit score, 800.
crazy.
Yeah,
But
I think I'm gonna say like 500. I think I'm gonna stick to
Cat said 500, but they all gotta like take pre-workout first.
that.
Damn, 500. Damn, 500. All right, I can see like I'll say 750.
Man, I hate this. I hate this, man. That gorilla would be doing damage. That
For how long though?
gorilla
Because Z said
No,
he's gonna get tired.
that like absolutely like yes,
and he
the
got
gorilla's
more to
gonna get
take
tired.
off than just 100 too. So like he really it would be some stamina. You know
But
what I'm saying?
I gotta take it back because I think that when women get upset, bro, they go crazy too though. And
They fight wilder
Yeah,
than
but like
yeah,
the
men,
thing
bro.
is like they do such less damage though. Like
right.
it's like like even an angry woman, she's gonna do less damage than an angry man is. Like it's
Uh,
just
yeah, that's true physically, but I don't know, man. Like just they ain't going crazy. Like yeah. Average woman is 5'3". So yeah, I would say like yes. So all right, 750 would get the job done. 750, 750 to get the job done. Nothing less than 100 for sure. Not 200 is not gonna cut it.
nah.
300,
I think minimum would probably be like
450,
300. I'll say like
God, that was
300.
my answer was
400.
I say like minimum 300.
Mm.
400 is a lot of anything, bro.
Uh,
400 is a lot of anything, bro.
yeah, cause
Like,
I
like
mean, they
hamsters,
400 can get the job done.
hamsters,
Yeah,
hamsters are small as shit, but 400 of the motherfuckers like attacking you
damn,
is a lot.
that's
Yeah.
true though.
You know what I'm saying? Like 400 or anything is a
That's
lot, bro.
true. So damn, 400 is possible then. On like what Kel said, they got to be on pre-workout. That's the only way. Now
That was
you,
the minimum 450.
yeah, I would say 500. The minimum is 500. Anything less than that is an easy win for the gorilla, bro. Anything less than
I'd be
that.
comfortable saying like my original number 500. I think minimum. I think minimum 300. Like that's the ambitious number. I think 300 is the ambitious number.
But they just all gonna run away though. I mean, how they go? They gonna run away. Cause I'll run away too. If I was part of that 100 men, the average man, I'm running away, bro. Like I'm not doing
Oh,
that.
that's my original thing. Is nobody wants to be in that first wave, bro, because you out of there, and nobody, most people like are smart enough to like comprehend that. You know,
He said that nigga I on the small scale. How many average women is gonna take to BZ?
take
Hey,
50
Z is
LG.
Z is strong as fuck. Cause yeah, I worked out with Z. He's strong as fuck. So I don't know. What do you think? Do you think 20 got you beat?
Oh, man, we do not promote domestic violence.
I'm
This
not
is
even going to entertain
this
it.
is
I'm
all
not
this
even
is all
going to entertain
hypothetical
it.
situation. This is like hypothetical
You got to say
situation. Disclaimer.
that nowadays. You got to say that nowadays.
Disclaimer. Nah, this is all hypothetical situation. Based on this, based on the conversation.
Y'all gonna have Z hemmed up.
No, I mean it's true. I mean, what do you think? How many?
I'll plead the fifth.
Kel said no fewer than 4 average women. I agree. It has to be more than 4. At least even 5. Nah.
Boy, man.
4 BB4 and 1 million. That's hilarious. Oh my god, that's funny. But we getting close to the would you rather question. That was funny.
Let's run it.
How many average women? Hey, Kel, those are great questions, bro. Z, I want to know. I'm curious, Z. What do you think? He played
I'm not answering that question.
I agree with Kel. Not somewhere between 4 and 1 million.
I'm not going to answer that question.
Z, I'll say Z. Z could probably take 20. I know Z. I'm just knowing Z. He can take 20.
Answer for yourself, PG. Since you want to answer, bad you answer. What you got?
I'm not strong as Z. I'll probably say I can take 5 or 4. Shit. Give me a little 4-piece. Just kidding, guys. I don't support
I'm
this.
telling you, like, just strategy. I'll tell you this. Just strategy alone, like, you could literally just run around like a wrecking ball and just like run over all of them. Like, you're gonna tire yourself out, but like you could easily take out just like about 8 of them just doing that alone. Like,
Yeah. Give me.
But if they use the casting strategy, we're out of it.
Oh shit. That's true though. That's true. Now we're talking.
If
Now
they
we're
get
talking about
just in
strategy.
the eye one good time,
Damn.
or you know what I'm saying?
That's true
yeah.
though. If they all go together, four-piece for me at least. 4-piece.
Other nuts.
4-piece.
All right, let's get into the would you rather, man. You want to get him, Z?
I think, yeah, man. That's it. Yeah. Anyways,
He's
That shit
really
is
thought about
funny.
it though. I know in his mind, he didn't say it on the show, but in his mind, he had a number though.
I mean, I got my number. I mean,
I hate you.
goddamn 47. All
that's
right, so
hilarious.
y'all know what time it is, man. This is
We're
the
out.
Spot Network.
We're out of here, Kels. We're out of here, Kels. We canceled it. Come on.
Uh,
this on the paid subscription. This on the Patreon.
I mean, I
This
feel like.
paid subscription drop.
This the limited edition. This
I
the
mean,
limited edition.
disclaimer: these were all hypothetical situations. We don't like, these are
We don't
hypothetical
condone none of
situations.
this.
So,
We don't condone animal
and
violence,
we're not gonna do
domestic violence, none of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We don't condone none of
gorilla
that.
with the R. We don't do any of these things over here. These are just like hypothetical situations. What would you do in this type of situation? Disclaimer.
All right, so this is the Spot Network. Y'all know what we do. We put y'all on the spot, man. And what we do is we do that with our segment, Would You Rather? We do it on the end of every episode. And today's Would You Rather question is, well, actually, we got two. I'll ask the first one since this has been the topic of the conversation the entire time. In this instance of 100 men versus one gorilla, would you rather be the gorilla or one of the 100 men?
I mean, if we're talking about average men, I'd rather be the gorilla to fuck shit up. But if we're talking about 100 trained fighters, then I'll be part of the human race for sure. Yeah,
Same exact. I
that's my
would
answer.
think that that's a.
Yeah,
He got my answer too,
yeah,
man. If we just talking about if I'm on the side of the gorilla for average 100, then I gotta be then I gotta be the gorilla then.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like my chances better like that. You know what I'm saying? I grew up my whole life as a gorilla, like you know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Challenged by other gorillas, living outside, and you know what I'm saying, dealing with the whatever's outside all my life. You know what I mean? So
All
we
my
talking about like
life.
the average human be like in the crib chilling and you know what I'm saying, just going
Yeah.
to school and stuff like that, learning. That's cool, but the average gorilla still be outside, like literally. You
With
know
the
what I'm
shit.
saying? So yeah,
Gotta
just
fight for, like, fight
at
all the
least he had to
time.
be with some type of shit.
Hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He had to be with some type of shit for sure. Some like, you know what I'm saying, like some type of animal trying to eat his son or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You had to deal with some shit that a human didn't probably.
Right.
So I'm on the side of the gorilla, man. We talking about versus
Yeah.
the average 100, man.
What about you, Z? What's
I'd
all
rather
you?
be
What's
the
your
gorilla.
side? The
And
gorilla?
that's for the simple fact that like I'm very confident in myself. Like, and as me as a gorilla, I'd be a very confident gorilla. So I'm not saying like me as a gorilla I could take on 100 man, but I feel pretty confident about my opportunities.
So
Is what
you're
I'd
gonna
say.
lose then, based on that scenario. You're gonna lose because you said 100 average
I know,
men gonna like kill it.
I know what I said. I know what I said. But I think about being one of the 100 men is you just don't know the other 99 motherfuckers that you're gonna be with, man. So like, even
That's
if you
yeah.
are smart, and even you just never know. Like the only way that you would win against the gorilla is if y'all come together and y'all strategize. I do like the hopeful, the the optimistic side of me thinks that 100 men would win.
Right.
But it would take a lot of strategizing and a lot of just figuring that shit out. You couldn't just go in there blindly.
Gotcha.
And I just don't like. Yeah, I just don't think I'd have the capacity, like, or the like patience to like figure that shit out. And I'd be like, yeah, I'd rather just be in the I'd rather just be the gorilla wreaking havoc.
You just like fucking shit up.
Yep,
Okay, I can see that. So we're all on the same page on that one.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Last
that
debate, man.
gorilla, the gorilla going down. Ooh wee.
The
All
gorilla
right,
going down, bro.
all right. So next question: would you rather win as a part of something bigger, or lose as the most powerful individual?
Fuck is that? Lose the most.
I'm gonna ask that question again. Would you rather win as a part of something bigger, or lose as the most powerful individual?
Man, I love winning, so I'll probably say win because it depends on something, right? So imagine like being part of like Apple. Now it's $1 billion company. Even if I have like 1%, I'm good, So I'd rather win than lose. So yeah, I'll pick the winning for sure.
Mm. Mm.
Because they don't remember losers,
It's
bro. End of the
interesting when
day,
it's interesting. I mean, right? Like if you, I don't know, if you Allen Iverson versus, you know what I mean, whoever was on the Lakers bench, I don't know, right? Like it depends on the situation for me
Right.
as I think about it. If I really think about it, it's like you was the most powerful individual, but you lost versus like you played a very, very, very small role and you won. You did win, but you played. It depends on the scenario for me, to be honest. I'd have to take it on a case by case basis where it's like,
Let's kind of like separate. Like, all right, let's talk about financially, right? You rather like going on your purpose, your business that you're passionate about, and then that business fail, or you rather join, someone else's business, and then their ideas, everything not succeed, and then you part of that, but you contribute like your contribution wasn't that significant.
but what if your kickback ain't that significant either? Like, what if like okay, the business hit their goal to be $1 billion company, but then you ended up making I don't know
Like
a very small amount, like a
five,
smart
10 mil,
no, but that's not
but that's winning.
that's
Yeah, we're talking about winning. You can say like, no, that's winning, right? I mean, that's winning. You can say, it's like you went all in. You got 1%
that's
of
like
Apple,
extreme.
right?
That's like
Yeah.
extreme because I think at that point that's an easy one, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's an easy one, right? So the person that went all in and powerful individual got 0, and the other person got 10 million. That's the
I mean,
easy
that's
one,
like
I think.
championship game. Though people win the rings, right? In the NBA, the analogy
Yeah, but even
earlier,
though
like they,
those players who be
Nah,
on,
but that's different.
they don't be getting $5 million.
They don't get 5 million. They get like you know what I'm saying a little amount, and sometimes the loser won more, got more. Like Allen Iverson for sure was making more than the person on the other person's bench.
right,
You feel me though?
right. But we're
For
talking
sure.
about winning and saying that because now you can have the person who lose make more, right? They're still winning financially. That's still
Well,
a
then
win.
what
You
is
can't.
the person who the
So
person
that's
who
still win, right?
went all in and
You
did?
can't. Not. What if the person that goes all in won financially, but just lost other things like that? Like lost your main goal. You never hit your main goal, but you won financially. That change things?
Yeah, it definitely changed things. I think that it'd probably be easier because yeah, it wasn't my main goal. Let's say my goal was to do something else, and then that didn't materialize, and then I got rich, like make 20, 30 mil. I'll be cool. I'll figure it out.
All right. That last thing to throw in. What if those? Let's even that part out.
All
What if the
right.
money's the same? The money's the same.
I feel like then I'd rather go for all in. Then I feel like at the end of the day, I'm still winning, right? But I'd rather go for what I really wanted to, even though I failed. But if I'm still going to make the same amount, then yeah, I'd rather go and do that. So I don't see the reason why. I
That
mean,
makes
that'll be easier for me, because at the end of the day, like yeah, I went all in. I didn't succeed, but I made a good amount of money, and that's good enough for me. Then if I like didn't really contribute towards that project and then succeeded, and I still made the same amount, so I'd rather like go in and like figure it out by myself because I know along that way I'm gonna learn a lot of things that I can use in other endeavors and other pursuits of my life. So I was just talking about the situation in which like you went all in for that specific goal, you fail, or you follow someone else's path and you succeed. But there are other people who do those things, right? Like, my goal is to maybe be a doctor or whatever. I didn't pursue that goal. But you came up with a good idea about music. I was like, all right, bro, I can be your manager, whatever. And then you succeeded, you blow up, and then I become your manager and I succeeded. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that I'm kind of like talking about. So I'd rather have that other option, being successful as a manager than filling as a business analyst because I went all in. So
Right.
that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Yeah. So
yeah. I think I agree when we break it down like that. Like
yeah.
if the financial is evened out,
Right.
then I'm taking the loop because
Yeah.
then I went on and everything that
Hmm.
I wanted to instead of like just putting a minimal out of effort in and kind of just like reaping the benefits of everyone else kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I
Especially
kind of
if it was something I wasn't passionate about.
Right. I mean,
yeah.
because college, bro, there were people who didn't really contribute towards project, and we got A on the project, and they all got A's.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything. We were the one who did all the work, and they just, was there just hanging out, and they got A, but not do anything. And there were people who actually like fucking went and did everything by themselves and failed. So I'd rather be that person who was on the group project, they didn't do anything, got an A, than that person who
Got
went.
the person that stayed up all night and got a C minus.
Nah,
You didn't-
yeah, he did everything by himself, but he got a C. I'd rather be with Ramond, even though Ramond doing all the work. But I'll be in the A, bro. Like I'm getting Ramond is smart. He loves to do science. I'm just gonna be cool with him. He's gonna do other projects. I'm getting an A, like then doing it all by myself to get a C. So I'm going, I'm going that route. Yeah. So nah, man. But today episode is a good one, man. The gorilla,
The
gorilla,
gorilla. The gorilla.
gorilla. I saw what's the name, Glorilla, tweeted like, "Hold on, you motherfuckers can't do nothing to me," or whatever she said. That shit was hilarious. That shit was funny, bro. She like, "Hold on, you motherfuckers can't do nothing to me."
Shout out to Glorilla,
Yeah.
man.
Nah, but we gonna bring down the gorilla, bro. The gorilla is going down with hard. It's going down.
Hey, man, all I'm saying is everybody who was saying that that the 100 men could take the gorilla, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go
They
first.
gotta go
If they draft us
first.
randomly, everybody who was on the side of men, y'all gotta go first.
Yep. Z, Cass, and Kel's going first.
Y'all gotta go first.
Mom, we gonna be in the back.
We gonna strategize it, you know.
We gonna be the coach. We gonna be the coach. We not even gonna be part of the 100 men. We gonna be the additional 102.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to say a big shout out to everyone who joined the live today, man. Shout out to Kels, Cass, Paige, everybody who joined the live today. Really appreciate you guys.
Be sure to tap in with us next Monday, man. Every Monday. We here, man. The Spot Network, Manifest Mondays. Y'all be blessed, man. Have a good week. And we'll see y'all next Monday.
And before we leave, though, real quick, Kels, let us know, bro. You mentioned that you was trying to be on the next episode. Let us know if Monday doesn't work for you, or we can figure out a Tuesday that works for you, bro. So let us know so we can get this going.
Yeah,
Because we'd love to have you on here.
We can just lock it in. We can put it on the schedule.
Facts.
And
before I forget, follow us at the Spot Network Official.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And shout out to all the gorillas in the building. All right, fam. Talk to y'all later, man. Oh, Kel said the 26th. When is that?
That's a
This month.
Tuesday, I think. Yeah, that's after Memorial Day.
Can we make?
Oh no, that's a Monday.
Can we make that work?
We'll be in Italy.
You going to in Italy? Z, you going to Italy?
Yeah,
okay.
Man.
Right, so can we make that work or nah?
Probably.
All right, so
I just have to figure out the time difference. We have to figure out the time difference, but I mean, we'll be on. I mean, at some point we'll be on, so we can.
We'll figure out. If not, we could do a Tuesday too, though, right? For you guys, if not, we could figure out on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Kels is more he's mostly free on Tuesday.
So we can have be in a spot where we could really be
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
On that one.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we'll talk. We'll talk about it.
All right, we'll talk about it, man. Appreciate y'all, boss. We'll see y'all later. All right, peace out.